Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
That's it, bro.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa
Wa
barakatuh.
alaikum salam. Come on,
How
man.
y'all doing?
Alhamdulillah. How you doing?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Somebody wrote, "This is defo some clickbait." Damn.
Okay.
You tell me.
Let's
You
let's
tell
get
me.
into it then. Let's get into it. Also, brother Syed asked, "What did you guys think of Hijab and Peterson?" Stay tuned for our reaction. Inshallah, it'll drop tonight or tomorrow. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Guys, smash that like button. Jazakallah khair for always tuning in, and let's go right into it. Bismillah.
I won't do that again. Basically, and it was taken out of context. That clip, I don't know if you've seen the original stream, but I was actually reacting to acts of haram. I was reacting towards people who are walking around with their dicks out, people at pride parades, Western women acting like hoes. And so in response, I was doing mocking the Muslim prayer sound. Can you explain to me why that's disrespectful?
Almost like protective quality. So when someone is talking bad about the religion, or they're mocking you, or they're doing something like that, they are very quick to stand their ground and say what they gotta say, which, a lot of times it could be seen as a bad thing, but in reality, like, look at all the other religions. Like, they don't stand for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So in essence, it's a bad thing, but it's also a good thing.
Now, for anyone that doesn't know, this was a stream that we did, right, with Brother Sneako a few weeks ago. In this stream, for those of you that haven't seen it, links in the description, we very clearly went over, like, Islamic disrespect and why, when you get a little bit of heat from the Muslims after mocking them, why it's not the same as other religions. And that's what Brother Anghel was trying to outline, that it's not that we're, tyrannical or anything like that. We just have very low tolerance when it comes to disrespect because we really believe in what we believe in. Now, a few days later, he went on a stream with Destiny, and this is what happened.
And one of the clips was of Nick Fuentes going off about some stuff, and then Sneako in the back singing and dancing to do or something like that.
Yeah, I love Jews though. I love Jews.
Stop. Hold on.
My
No rule
chat
for you,
loves
Sneako.
Jews.
Right? No rule for you. You are not allowed to make fun of any religions on my stream until you make fun of Islam. After you do that, you're free to make fun of whatever you want. Okay.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
You got a
I want you to point to fucking Mecca right now, and I want you to get the. I want you to get that shit on stream, okay? I want you to get that shit on stream. Then you can go at Jews with that same energy. But unless you're willing to do that,
You heard that?
none of that shit. None of that shit.
Put it on TikTok.
They're not gonna come for us. They're gonna come for you.
I am never joking about Islam again. I learned my lesson. Fuck no. Fuck no.
But isn't that you self-censoring? Isn't that you self-censoring?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Nico's Andrew Tate 2.0. Okay, he's ready for twit longers. He's not ready for fatwas. All right.
Okay, Hillary.
Come on.
So I'll pause it right there before we continue, but what are your thoughts?
He said at the end he's not ready for tweet mongers, but he's ready for he's ready for tweet mongers, but he's not ready for fatwas. I'm gonna be honest. First and foremost, someone said Destiny is a jahil. I agree. I think Destiny is a jahil. I think that was too harsh. But I don't think he's trying to encourage and make fun of Islam. I think he's trying to point out the fact that he will disrespect anyone and everyone except Muslims, which obviously Muslims we think is okay, great. But at the same time, we should encourage him basically to respect all religions and not make fun of everyone. Even as Muslims, we're taught not to make fun of other people's gods, even if they're false idols and stuff, right? We're taught not to disrespect other people's ways and lives and use harsh words and harsh tones even with people. So we should encourage that as well with people like Sneako and others. So I think what Destiny's getting at overall is a good message. Did he do it in a good way? No, hell no. But this is just what it's like in the street. But that's my general thoughts. What do you guys think?
What about you, Anghel?
No, I mean, Robert, you put it in a good way, bro. I wasn't even thinking of it like that. I was just thinking of like how disrespectful it was. But then the way you put it, man, it just makes sense.
Yeah, but it reminds me a lot about, like, when you go to Netflix, bro, it's like everyone's trying to like get away with saying things about Islam. That's one thing I noticed. Like in Netflix, they had a girl, fasting for Ramadan, right? And she was gonna break her fast, and they handed her, like a shot of alcohol. And before taking it, she literally said Bismillah. Astaghfirullah.
Yeah, I
and
remember
and
that.
and it's like I can't help but parallel that Destiny thing with Netflix and the media, because these people have been trying to like really get away with disrespecting Islam, and they do it in the most like subtle ways possible. They do it in the most seemingly organic ways as possible, but these things are all premeditated, bro. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think it depends on his intention, right? Because something like that to me is just not clear, right? You could look at it and say, and that was my initial reaction, by the way. You could look at it and say, okay, he intentionally just dislikes Islam and he wants to basically cause problems, right? But you could also say that he used that moment of Sneako making fun of Jews, which again is messed up. He shouldn't do that. And he wanted to capitalize and say, you're willing to make fun of everyone else, but not Muslims. Why is that the case? So again, I don't think Destiny in this case had ill intent, but at the same time, you're definitely right, because there was something that was disrespectful against Islam. He could have phrased it in the sense that, why are you willing to mock Jews and other people? You're not willing to mock Muslims. He didn't have to say you. He didn't have to say mock everyone, including Muslims. He should have said, don't mock anyone. You don't mock Muslims, don't mock anyone else. But I think this is how streaming is, bro. This is what gets the clips. This is
Yeah.
what gets more attention.
Yeah.
That's probably why he said it like that, which we don't encourage
That
at all, by the way.
We don't encourage, yeah,
that's the
unfortunately. But
sad
you are
truth,
right.
man. That's the sad truth.
Hold a bit.
Someone asked, is this live? What do you guys
No.
think?
Yo, I like that profile picture though, bro.
Subhanallah. Brother Saad also commented, I have a video of Sneako making fun of the same Islamic prayer like 2 weeks ago on Fresh and Fit vlog. Bro, if this is real, DM us on the Three Muslims on IG. But
Yeah.
no
I
luck,
doubt he
guys.
would. I doubt he would, honestly.
Yeah, I
After
don't
the
think
heat
so.
he got, I doubt he would make anything.
Yeah.
And I just want to throw in here, like, it's a sad truth that in streams, this is how people act. They play a character to be able to get like the views and all that stuff. But it's like, oh, bro, like I just feel like that just it's so you're against yourself at that point if you're doing
Mhm.
something just for views. Like you're not even being real to yourself. And like
100%, bro.
this, bro, like just think about Islam, bro. In Islam, we're taught adab, we're taught manners,
Mm.
and like you see these people on the streams, like that's non-existent.
It's not, bro.
100%.
It's not. They generally do things knowing it'll get backlash, but they're willing to like make a controversy and like apologize and do all this. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I can see in some of their eyes, they know what their actions are gonna do tomorrow, but they're like, let me just do it anyway. You know? But again, may Allah guide them, and we set our part. Somebody commented, this is pre-recorded, don't cop boys. Or don't cap. I don't, bro. Here's the thing: if it's pre-recorded, I don't know how we're going back in time, and
I don't know, man.
we gotta be super skilled, bro, to like react to you guys in the future, bro. I don't know how we're doing that.
Shoot, you
You
tell
know,
me, bro.
someone kept talking about this one. Daniel already dunked on Destiny in the debate. So apparently, Daniel Hakikachu had a debate with Destiny. You know,
Yeah.
if you guys want us to react to that, inshallah, we will. But let's keep on with the video.
See, I could already tell it's not good. Just thinking about it, bro. It just doesn't even sound like it would be good.
Yeah. I watched it actually. Sorry, I know we want to react to it.
Oh, you
But
watched
I'll
it?
make this fast, inshallah. I watched
No,
the whole
talk about it,
debate,
bro. Talk about it.
and I don't think it's worth it for us to react to. To be completely honest, maybe some clips, some parts, but it wasn't anything grand. And from the very beginning, I was like, okay, I see where this is going, because imagine in a debate you have a whole 10, 15, 20 minutes to convince your opponent in the audience of your side. In a debate, people love talking over each other and that stuff. You have a whole 10, 20 minutes just to give your opening statement and try and convince everyone of your argument. Destiny completely omitted his full opening statement and said, let's just go straight to Q&A, back and forth. And he just continued to try and press and ask questions like, do you think that, the alphabetized people will be happier under Islamic rule? He's asking about one specific subsection of people in living in the West. He's like, would they be happy? And it's a mess, in my opinion, to be completely honest.
Someone's still commenting, bro. How did you read this, bro? We're just joking. This is a live stream. Come on now. Oh man, subhanallah. Bro, apparently there's a lot of comments and I heard this in one of the debates with Sneako too, that Destiny's in an open relationship, bro. He's letting his girl do whatever, bro, with anyone. And I'm pretty sure he is too, you know. But what do you
Isn't
guys think
that
about that? What dawah to destiny would you have to say about Frida, bro?
that's come on, bro. That's isn't that cuckoldry?
Even as a non-Muslim, bro, he should feel something.
Yeah, come on, bro. Come on, man. Listen, come on, man. Come on, bro.
These things are like in our fitra, bro. This innate sense of like protective jealousy, and you're just suppressing it to make her happy, bro, or to
Bro,
let her
he's
do
probably
her.
heard it like a bit too many times. Like, oh, you gotta not be jealous. You gotta let your girl do her thing. You know, if she's going to the club with her girls, like you should be hanging out with your friends. You should be doing this, and you shouldn't be wearing like. I
You
think,
should, you should trust her.
yeah,
You
yeah.
should trust her, bro. Are you insecure? Um,
Bro, listen. Whether you're ever Muslim or not, whether you're ever in Islam or not, like you should never be in an open relationship, bro. Like your woman, I don't think your woman will ever see you as like top, like daddy, like alpha. I don't think she'll ever see you as that if she's over here with other men.
mm,
Because it's in women's nature to see one man as that. And
yeah,
when she sees one man as that, oh, she's gonna do whatever she can to like spend as much time with this man as possible.
mm. Yeah, and we talk a little bit about this in the episode with Brother Gabriel that you guys are gonna see in a few days, the in-person studio podcast. We talked about polygyny, and we talked about polyandry and why that doesn't work. One woman with multiple men, and we really wanted on that, inshallah. So stay tuned for that. Rami, anything else
Inshallah.
before we go on?
No, just, all these things that these people are doing, these are symptoms of basically living in the West. These are symptoms of a progressed, and by progressed, I don't mean in a positive way, just over time evolved secular liberal society. It's not something that is good. It's not something it's something that's very demeaning, actually. And it promotes a lot of demeaning things. And people will
Mm,
always tell you, do what you want as long as you're not hurting others. But by definition, they allow you to hurt yourself. And if people
mhm,
are allowing you to hurt yourself, then basically they're allowing the hurt of others to occur. So it's all a mess. It's all fallacious. It's all sad. And if people actually want to live a complete, proper life, submit to Allah, submit to
mm,
our Creator. It sounds crazy to people. Just think about it. It's the one who created you, right, and gave you life. Liberalism didn't do that. The one who created you and gave you life, he created you so you can worship him, so you can obey him, so you can submit to him, so you can live life according to what he says. And you go off and you basically take whatever pleasures you have and you try and relieve yourself with them.
mm.
That's not a fulfilling life. You will die one day and khalas, that's it.
Yeah, but people actually take offense to that. Like if you tell someone, yo, like your purpose in this life is to worship the Creator, like they'll be like, what? Like that's my purpose? Nah, like my purpose is to be this business owner. My purpose is to be this celebrity. My purpose is to be this professional athlete or something like this. But they'll tell you some crazy stuff, but I don't know. Again, people will take offense to it because I took offense to it when I wasn't Muslim.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Mm,
and that's where you just have to explain. I won't spend too long, but this is where you just have to explain subjective purpose versus objective purpose. And why you actually exist versus why you want to continue to exist. Where you find meaning in life and what is the meaning of life. These are like very, very different things. And someone can be obviously a Muslim and a business owner. And they could use that business, to do good. And then you
mm,
can kind of use whatever they're doing to inspire them, inshallah, to come to Islam. But to each their own. You're right, because you can't just give a blanket statement to everyone. And it's sad because on the podcast, you kind of have to. You have to give blanket statements to everyone. There's one person that needs to hear this, another person that needs to hear that. And some person needs to hear the same message, just slightly variated, so they understand it in the context of their life better. And I heard something, really, really kind of tremendous recently. The Prophet, ﷺ, when he was asked about Islam, he just gave the 5 pillars. When he was asked about Iman, he gave the 6 pillars of Iman. Worship Allah, basically believe in Allah and the angels and the books and the messengers and the destiny in the day of judgment and so on and so forth. Not destiny like this guy, but the qadr, qadr, a decree from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He didn't go into all these little tangents and specific things, and because that's too much for people. He gave 6 very basic ones because his people, they didn't have, super progressed philosophical thought or anything like that. He gave them what they needed. And that's something that we need to focus on. So that's a good point, Anghel. Jazakallah khair.
SubhanAllah, man. Anghel, is that a new t-shirt, bro?
I've had this t-shirt, bro. I wore it. Don't you remember when we were in Kenny?
Bro, maybe I should notice these things more.
Come on, Rami remembers this.
Rami's like, I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I don't remember it. Maybe it's the lighting.
Come on, bro. You complimented it. The day I wore it, you're like, oh, that's a nice t-shirt.
Fake.
Is it the long one?
It's like the lime green one. It doesn't
I
even
remember
matter, bro.
I remember this.
It doesn't even matter, bro. You got me
Forgive me.
feeling
It
sad
doesn't even
now.
matter, bro. SubhanAllah. Okay, so we'll go back into it. I'm gonna rewind it a bit, like 30 seconds for the people that just joined. And then I'll just let it play till the end, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Fuentes going off about some stuff, and then Sneako in the back singing and dancing to do or something like that.
Yeah, I love Jews though. I love Jews.
Stop. Hold on.
My
New rule
chat
for you,
loves
Sneako.
Jews.
Right? No rule for you. You are not allowed to make fun of any religions on my stream until you make fun of Islam. After you do that, you're free to make fun of whatever you want. Okay.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
You got a
I want
Muslim
you
on the
to
call.
point to
Let's go.
fucking Mecca right now, and I want you to get the. I want you to get that shit on stream. Okay. I want you to get that shit on stream. Then you can go at Jews with that same energy.
Get him.
But unless you're willing to do that,
You heard that?
none of that shit.
Someone
None of that
put
shit.
up and put it on
You
TikTok.
They're not gonna come for us. They're gonna come for you.
I am never joking about Islam again. I learned my lesson. Fuck no. Fuck no.
But isn't that you self-censoring? Isn't that you self-censoring?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Sneako's Andrew Tate 2.0. Okay, he's ready for twit longers. He's not ready for fatwas. All right.
Okay, Hillary.
Come on.
Fuck out of
I
here.
mean, listen. I think there's pretty. I don't know. It's fine. You know what I mean? Just do your thing, Sneako. I want you to be happy and free.
No, that's it. I don't have anything to joke about Islam. It's a perfect religion. Ain't you an ex-Muslim, bro? They don't even like you, Abba. Look at you getting out all your hate for the fact that they call you a fake. What are you, Ethiopian Muslim?
They don't call me a fake Muslim. They call me an apostate.
Yeah.
And I 100%. I'm a proud apostate.
You got
I have no
excommunicated from the fucking religion, so now you go call me a
problem. How
fucking.
can you get excommunicated?
I don't know. You tell
me.
me. They don't jack
Bro,
you no more, bro.
Bro, he walked out the front.
You're acting.
door,
Hold on.
bro.
You're acting like I ran up on the mosque and they're like, nah, we refuse your ID. Like, no, I just don't believe. And I've always said this on YouTube videos, and I say it all the time. They never come for me. What Muslims coming for me?
I'm coming for you.
I don't know, man. There were probably 11 dudes in a Charlie Hebdo place that were like,
No.
we're good.
I've actually made videos critiquing a few Arab cultures and Muslim practices before, and I never had any issues. So, nah,
Okay.
I'm straight.
Okay.
You know what's funny, bro? I watched a couple of the videos too, where he critiques Arab cultures, and like literally none of them have anything to do with Islam, bro. It's so sad, bro.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know who this guy is, right? I don't know who he is. I think you showed it was like Aba or Ada and something, right?
Yeah.
Let's invite him to come talk. We invite you to come talk. Not harshly, not to fight, not to come and attack you about leaving Islam, whatever. We invite you to come talk about Islam. If you really left Islam and you're sure that Islam is false and stuff, okay, come talk to us, inshallah.
Yeah, and don't worry about like Muslims at your neck or coming after you. I think that's the least of yours. Like you should probably be worrying about something a little bit more grand scale of things, man. Whether you believe in that.
Someone also asked, what do you guys think of HasanAbi? He's a political streamer, Muslim, that wears nail polish, etc. And someone also commented, he's not Muslim. But again, that's not really for us to judge. But what do you guys think about that?
I actually have kind of an opinion on him. So if you guys have one, go, inshallah. If not, then I'll jump in. All right, bismillah. Bismillah, how do I say this? I think he's a people pleaser, to be honest. I think he's a people pleaser to a very specific segment of society, right? I think that a lot of the time he will say things just to kind of make a group of people happy, which is not necessarily always a bad thing, because for some people it does provide kind of like a safe space, someone who you can watch, who you can, trust, and isn't, crazy or anything like that, and is very like opposing to people like Andrew Tate. Some people really like, they feel like they need that, right? But at the same time, when it comes to Islam, and he does do things and say things that are kind of off-putting. Like he'll like, you know, smash capitalism and that stuff, which is great. But I don't think he actually understands what Islam is as a deen, as a full, you know, way of life, system of life, something that encompasses everything that you do. And I think it shows in the way that he talks about, you know, politics and that stuff, because he's talking about politics purely from an un-Islamic perspective, a politically un-Islamic perspective. So, you know, if it was me in his position, you know, I would never talk about kind of, you know, why this ism is good here and that ism is good there, and so on and so forth, and smash one un-Islamic way of life with another un-Islamic way of life. I would just basically smash them all using Islam itself. And I would never wear nail polish either. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. May Allah guide him. I don't think he's an insincere guy.
I mean,
bro.
But I do think he's kind of a people pleaser, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Alhamdulillah, bro. No, that I've seen it all, bro. I had no idea who HasanAbi is, bro. You used to talk about him every now and then when we would do like a private call, or you would bring some relevant points up, you know. But I never seen him myself. I've never come across him until there was this video I saw on the YouTube algorithm saying, "I made Andrew Tate run away from a debate," something like that, you know. And then I clicked on it, and there was this debate between Andrew Tate and HasanAbi, and I don't know, bro. It looks like it was kind of like just a trap that was set up, you know. And he knew exactly what to say to catch Andrew off guard. But there was no validity in a lot of the points that he was bringing up. That's just me.
Well, I saw. I mean, I don't know which clip, because I think he came on 2 or 3 days in a row. So I saw a few parts of it. The part that I saw, I actually think was fair, because he was talking about anecdotal experience versus empirical evidence. And I think yeah, I think all of Hassan's points in that were completely fair. The other ones I don't really remember, so I won't comment on those. But that was the one that I watched, and to be fair, I think 100% Hassan was right.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
If a girl paints her nails, she can't make wudu if she has painted nails, right? Until she
It depends on the type of nail polish too. Because again, we can't give you fatwas, at least for me. I'll let Rami go too. But they have made some water permeable nail polishes that a lot of scholars have said it's okay, because the point of wudu is for the water to reach your nail beds. But there's a lot of other, you know, mashayikh. They're like, how is it even possible? Because if it's nail polish, you know, it's not gonna, you know. But a lot of them, the ones that are water permeable, they don't last. It's like 2-3 days in, they'll just wash out.
Interesting. Yeah, because I was gonna say something about like him with the nail polish and like his wudu not being like accepted. But like, let me just stop, because I obviously like I'm far out of like my lane in that. So
yeah, I've seen him, you know, saying stuff like LGTB lives matter and this and that. Of course, we're not anti their lives matter. You know what I mean? Like, we're not here saying they should be off, bro. They should be deleted. You know, in the West, you know. But in terms of us, you know, disagreeing with the practices, their morality, their version of love, we don't agree with it like the slightest, bro. And there's a lot of people, you know, you'll see Ilhan Omar and all these people, you know, we don't agree with it, but at the end of the day, these are people that are here. They are identifying as Muslim, you know, whether or not they're Muslim or not is not up to us three at all. It's up to Allah, but they do come across as Muslim. And I also think a lot of them do have a big part to play in why the West, and at least society as a whole, has gotten this upper hand into like humiliating Muslims and making us, you know, out to be like these evil forces, because there's such a discrepancy in like how much we stand up for the truth versus how much other Muslims don't. And I feel like a lot of politicians and a lot of people, if they were to, and Gabriel talks about this a lot, is essentially we have failed society in a way. We let them get to the point where, you know, they think that they can put, you know, gay hijabis and all this stuff for Allah on Netflix because we haven't put our foot down and we didn't, you know, stand our ground when it was time.
Yeah. There was a huge, I think, era when like our you know, the generations that came before us, whether it was our parents or their parents, Allahu Alam, but there was a long time where people were not practicing, they were not speaking up. I'm talking about like a good amount of people, right? Because they didn't have 3 random Muslims that can get on a podcast and start talking about Islam. You know, they didn't have things like that. So, the propaganda did what propaganda does, and the non-Muslims, do what they did about Islam and so on and so forth. And Islam just wasn't really widespread. So anything, and I won't even say that they had a misconception. I'll just say they didn't know. I don't know if they had a misconception, but at the very least, they probably didn't even really know about Islam because people weren't talking about it. People weren't practicing and preaching. And it's only nowadays with the internet and everything. People say that, the internet works kind of in favor of shaitan because of things that, is put up on it. I agree. But at the same time, we could utilize it to spread Islam. And I think that's why a lot of young people are coming and realizing Islam is the truth. And they're becoming very kind of, they have like this zeal in the beginning, and then they want to start their channel. I've had many brothers come to me and say, I want to start my TikTok, I want to start my YouTube, I want to start a channel. And I encourage all of them to, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Really? Inshallah, man. May Allah bless you, bro. Every time someone comes up to me and tells me they want to start a YouTube channel, I tell them don't do it.
Why not?
I'm just playing. But there's kind of some truth in that.
There is. It's like I forgot who said it, bro.
It's not what you think. It's not what you think. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, one of the sheikhs that we got on the platform, he said that fame is a necessary evil. So be careful if you need to get famous, to for like a greater good.
Yeah.
Someone wrote, I can get in touch with or in contact with Aba, help set this up, inshallah. Bro, if you can, inshallah, reach out to us at the Three Muslims on Instagram. And inshallah we'll make it happen, bro. But we will wrap this one up, inshallah. For all the people spamming the comments with the Jordan Peterson response, inshallah, you will see this either tonight or tomorrow, inshallah. But without further ado, Rami, you want to end it off? There's nothing else to say.
And with that being said, Allahumma atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhab an-nar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.